Bridesmaid plans the ultimate revenge to upstage the bride at her own wedding. Every girl dreams of her marriage since her childhood. There are a lot of dreams that a girl builds around her marriage, from theme to guests to the dress that she would feel like a princess in. After all, it is supposed to be her day, and she would be the center of attraction, like a rose among sunflowers. But what if that rose is plucked from the garden and suddenly there's a fresh blooming orchid that appears from nowhere? All eyes would be on the orchid and nobody would look at the rose. There's going to be two unimaginable revelations at this bride's marriage, and she would be a part of none of them. But her wedding will be ruined in so many ways that there will be no going back whatsoever. Your wedding is supposed to be the happiest day of your life, where you encounter thousands of different feelings and all on the same day. And every couple does all that they can, always going beyond their way to make their wedding the best. The story of the unforgettable marriage of Lily and Joe goes 3 years back when the two met each other in college. It was a young love that matured with time, and the two were more than happy with each other. The couple got engaged after being together for 1.5 years. They were deeply in love with each other and wanted to be together forever, but their ambitions never collided with their love. Lily and Joe were very understanding and always had their priorities set. They wanted to get married, but their ambitions were yet to be achieved, and they promised each other that they would complete their graduation before settling down for marriage. Lily had dreamt of a perfect marriage since her childhood days, and now she had found the perfect partner. The date of the marriage was near, and Lily had started planning for the same 3 years prior to the wedding. All of us know what the cost of a wedding can be. There's so much to take care of, from the venue, the catering, to the dresses. Everything costs a fortune. But to Lily, her wedding was going to cost her a lot more than just money. The more you spend on your wedding, the more you would want that things should go according to your plan all perfectly. And that is what turns everything upside down when even the slightest of the problems seems like a huge mountain. For 3 years, Lily would study during the daytime and would plan for her wedding during the night. She planned every little detail for her wedding. And the first thing that the couple finalized upon was the bridal shower. It was this bridal shower that was going to make all the difference. Lily and Joe had decided that they would both invite only relatives and close friends to the wedding, just 6 friends to be precise, and Lily knew exactly who all she wanted to invite as her bridesmaids, but she was going to regret this decision forever. Whenever Lily had shared her wedding disaster, she has always referred to Anna as the star of the story. Since the couple had decided that they would invite a limited number of people, Anna was not given a +1, considering that she was just in a casual relationship. Not getting a +1, Anna got offended and felt a little betrayed by her own best friend. She knew she was in a casual relationship, but it could turn out to be everlasting as well, and that is where the revenge would begin from. 3 years passed in planning and deciding on the wedding details, and it was finally time for the most awaited day. But the problem arose when Anna got serious in her relationship in those 3 years, which was unexpected by Lily. Joe's family was a very conservative one, and the members of the family were not from a very modern culture, so Lily and Joe wanted to do their best to not make Joe's family uncomfortable at any point in time during the wedding. But there was going to be something that would be the reason for a lot of whispers and gossip in Lily and Joe's wedding from Joe's family's side. Things were not going as planned, and Anna would be the reason behind all the whispers. Lily had trusted the wrong person for all her wedding decisions and discussions. She had chosen Anna thinking that she was her best friend and would help her at all times. But Lily was unaware that Anna was upset and her revenge was as near as the wedding itself. Lily and Joe had come a long way from 3 years to the wedding to just 4 months left now. The preparations were all done and everything was set. Both of them were extremely excited about their special day, but Anna sent them a piece of news that shook them. When Lily and Joe's wedding was just 4 months away, Anna had announced her wedding that was to take place that month, which was 4 months before Lily's wedding, and this was just the start of Anna's revenge. Lily was dumbstruck to know of Anna's wedding, but she still ignored it. Little did she know that the ultimate surprise still awaited her. She found happiness in the fact that her best friend was finally settling with the love of her life and saying, "I do." Eventually, Lily's mother convinced her to invite more people to the wedding and have a grand affair since it was a once-in-a-lifetime event. Lily agreed, and so not just Anna but every guest was allowed a +1. But this was going to be Lily's worst decision. Without any doubt, Anna was to bring her newly wedded husband as her +1, but as a part of her revenge, Anna wanted to get another guy friend, so she asked the other bridesmaids to bring him as her +1. The day had finally come for Lily and Joe to tie the knot and be together forever, and so had the day come for Anna to play her master cards and finally take her revenge. Lily and Anna had not met since Anna's wedding, and today they were to meet after 4 months. When Anna arrived for the wedding, not just Lily but all the bridesmaids were speechless and taken aback by what they saw. Anna had hidden a big secret from everyone, and she revealed it on Lily's wedding day. Anna was pregnant. She had not told about it to anyone, but she was already 2 months pregnant with the child when she got married, and the baby bump was all grown now that it had been 6 months. Lily got really worried when she saw Anna. She wanted to be happy for her friend, but she felt betrayed by her. It was like Anna was trying to steal all the attention from the crowd at Lily's wedding, and it really bothered Lily. Anna had come with her husband arm in arm, and no doubt all eyes were on the couple. Anna's husband was really good looking, and she was glowing vibrantly because of her pregnancy. Everyone was talking about the couple, and Lily was noticing all this. Lily was really upset to see how all the focus was on Anna when it was her wedding. It was supposed to be her big day, but everything was ruined already. But this was just one part of Anna's plan. The second part was still left. While on one side the crowd was fawning over Anna and her husband, Joey's side of relatives felt uncomfortable seeing that Anna was pregnant even before she got married. All of Lily's plans was failing. Anna had brought another friend of hers. She had requested the other bridesmaid to get the man as her +1 because she wanted him to be at the wedding desperately, and worse was that neither Lily nor Joe liked the man since the very beginning. The guy knew that Lily did not like her and was therefore sure that he would make his presence known at her wedding. And the reason for this remembrance was not going to be a good one. It seemed like he had a plan of his own. The man that was a part of Anna's plan started cozying up with Lily's brother, and all eyes raised when the two were not even seen at the reception later. The worst part had arrived, and it was revealed on Lily's wedding day in front of all relatives that her brother was interested in men. After so much had taken place, Lily could not take it any further, and she ran away from her own wedding reception. It was unbearable to see that no attention was on her, and she never came back for her own reception. Lily's family decided to not attend brunch that was to take place the next day of the wedding. All the guests were stunned to see that the whole family was absent. Lily was upset because her wedding had been ruined, and her family was feeling awkward after her brother's incident. Lily was adamant about the thought that the whole failure of her wedding was a conspiracy that Anna had planned to take her revenge because Lily had offended her years ago and indirectly challenged her that her relationship wouldn't last. After planning for her wedding for 3 years straight, Lily had the worst wedding according to her, and she desperately wanted a do-over. She wants to be able to look back at her wedding and have happy memories and not such sour memories. And in the want of another wedding, Lily made a very unusual demand from Anna. She asked Anna to fund another wedding for her and pay her $30,000 because, as per Lily, it was all Anna's fault. Lily took her wedding story to Reddit and told her followers about all that had happened. She even changed her tag name on the app to the Ignored Bride. That is how the internet knows her now. In the hope of gaining sympathy, Lily told the internet in advance that she was no bridezilla, but the internet had other views, and the readers didn't seem to be on Lily's side. It had all gone contrary to what she had thought. It seemed really unreasonable how Lily made Anna the culprit, and only because of her own assumptions. Anna had married the love of her life when she wanted to, and it seemed really petty that she would plan her pregnancy according to Lily's wedding. Lily seemed to be a really thankless person for not being thankful for what she had. She should have enjoyed being with Joe and for finally being his wife instead of focusing on whom the attention was. Nearly 1,000 readers had read Lily's post and had commented on it. They were all against what she had been thinking and said that she was just jealous of Anna when she should have just been happy for her own wedding.